It's like a war zone, Commodore. We're gonna lose everything if we don't airlift what's left to the slave camp.
And we're not backing down just because some upstart crew thinks they got what it takes to break us. Buckle down, be a Nova Blade, and kill whoever's messing with us.
But Commodore Margok...
You heard him. Kill whoever's messing with you. Or try, at least.
I took down a dozen contenders to get this post. I ain't even a little bit scared of you.
Come on, bring it!
I was hoping you'd pick that one.
All right, Harkin here with the Gamers Republic. Joining me tonight, we've got Bing. Okay. We got Gung.
Yup.
We got Lucky.
Hello.
We got Kenji.
Hello.
And we got, of course, Flasseron.
Hello.
All right. So this is the first, I guess, segment in a. No, I got Gung in there.
Did you?
Yeah, Gung, are you in there?
Yup.
Okay, we're gonna make Bing look like an ass for interrupting me for that. Anyways, so this is this is gonna be the first segment in a series that I hope that Flasseron kind of pitched that'll work called Gamer Thoughts. Basically, the rules are we can talk about any topic and kind of roll with it. So, Flasseron, since you pitched this, shoot. Flasseron?
Well, all right. Well, topic I wanted to discuss was whose responsibility is what within a relationship.
Like,
I'm gonna stay out of this conversation, I think.
okay, like what kind of relationship we talking about? Like work?
A romantic relationship.
Okay, so like.
As in the first, I'll go through it section by section, but the first point is whose responsibility is it to ask each other out? Is it a shared responsibility, or is it a sole responsibility of the male or the female?
Look at it, whoever has the more dominant personality will, go out for it. Like most of the time it's, guys should always ask the girl out, but, I don't know.
You know what? I want to...
the other way around too, so I don't know.
I want to hear Gung's take on that because he is the married man in the room here. So who asked who out? Was it Mom? Was it Mom that asked you out? Or by the way, YouTube, you don't know I'm his son, so I'm allowed to approach this with this incredible bias.
Yeah. No, I asked her out. Funny story behind that too, because your mom saw me long before I saw her.
Slinging dope to her?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you were, weren't you?
No.
You don't have to lie.
It was Halloween back in 1986. And your mother saw me on State Street in Santa Barbara, California. I was dressed up as Rambo. I even had the M16, and I was with friends of mine, and her girlfriend were driving down State Street, and her girlfriend went, "Oh, look at that guy." And your mom looked over and thought, "Wow, what a loser." And that was I didn't meet her.
You know, that's not actually the first time she said that. In fact, I'm pretty sure she said that yesterday as well.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
But we didn't meet each other actually for a few months after that. And when we finally did meet, we met face to face, and I I asked her. I asked her to go out, and she was very skeptical on it. She remembered me from State Street, but then she said okay, and it was all downhill from there.
Okay, so I have to ask because it pertains to what Flasseron's asking here. Did you feel obligated to be the one? Did she even seem remotely interested, or was it just you that was interested?
No, that's the funny thing. In our situation, when you're around somebody that you have a connection with, and it's a strong connection, I didn't feel obligated. I felt the need to. There was no obligation to it. And I don't know if she would have asked me out if I hadn't. I can't tell you that. But when you're with somebody that you connect with, and we are, I have to say we are soulmates because we've got history. And for all the crap that we've been through as a married couple,
which is a lot. YouTube, it's quite a bit.
We'd have to be soulmates in order to be able to survive all that and not, have gone our separate ways many, many years ago. But I didn't feel obligated. I felt the need to.
Okay.
Well, did you find that Rohypnol helped with to convince her to go out with you?
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, Harkin, I did your mom.
Oh, thanks for that. Thanks. I'm pretty sure I didn't of YouTube. 26 years old and I had no idea. Oh. Anyways, all right. So you felt like you needed to do that. You didn't feel like it was your responsibility.
It wasn't my responsibility. I think it's the responsibility of anybody that has feelings or has the desire. It's your responsibility to make the move. And if you get shot down, you get shot down, or what? So what? But you still, it's each person's responsibility. I don't think it's either male or female.
Okay, so it's just like if you see an opportunity, don't miss it. That's what you're
right.
basically saying? All right.
Yeah.
And that's my exact feelings on that. I don't feel that it's either the male or female responsibility per se. I feel it's the responsibility of the person who sees the opportunity to, let the other person know they're interested. And if they see that other person, is far too shy to say something, doesn't flirt, but is obviously interested, fucking say something.
Well, I mean, like, I understand there's introverts and extroverts. I mean, I know those do exist. And, introverts, they're not really going to be as outgoing as you guys are. Because I think it's a little unfair. I think in this group, there's a lot of extroverts. I mean, we're all kind of, like, Kenji, I know for a fact an extrovert. The guy's straight up. But I guess it depends the type of person you are. If you're an introvert, like, it may be harder. The quiet ones, the ones that just kind of, I thought about it. Okay, did you do anything about it? No, just a pleasant thought. Okay, that's wonderful.
Well, you can always try putting a bag over her head. That always helps.
Is that?
Was that too harsh?
That might have.
You may have to.
I may put like two versions of this: the edited and then the unedited. So YouTube, if you subscribe, if you become a subscriber by December, you'll have access to all of the unedited material. We'll put it that way. Man, I'm stuck. What am I stuck on? I'm here on Imperial Space Dock.
Epic trolling if she still watches these videos.
Yeah. Anyways, okay. So Flasseron, I think everybody's on the same mind. Does anybody disagree that it's just an opportunity type of deal? If you feel like there's an opportunity there, kind of go for it. That
Right.
that what we're kind of going with.
I feel like the problem though is that a lot of girls, and there are several in my region that I've actually talked to, and they feel it's the guy's obligation to ask them out. And because if the guy doesn't have the guts to ask them out, and I'm like, no. If you like the guy and he likes you, and you know he, hasn't said anything, fucking say something to him, flirt with him, give him some kind of sign that you're interested too. Because if you already know he is, then he might just be waiting for that sign that you're interested in him.
Okay. So you're
Because
saying it needs to be more body language and
there
or
needs to be more body language,
signs.
more verbal language too. Because in this day and age, people are so offended about everything that a lot of guys are
Some
afraid to
people
flirt
are
with
offended.
girls because number one, you can who knows if she's going to be the crazy type that's going to call the cops on you for flirting with her. Number two, you can lose your job if they hear about
Well,
it.
I think there's a fine but again, there's a fine line between flirting and sexual harassment. But I mean, you're
There's a
talking.
fine line, but some people drag things over the line, even
Okay.
when it hasn't been there. They, especially since a lot of the times police will take the woman's word over the man's. She'll be like, "Oh, he sexually harassed me. He touched me," and be like, "Whoa, I just asked her out." Well, we're gonna have to believe her.
And then
careful,
like the
kids.
cop turns around and asks her out. So what you doing later, baby? like I just got done busting this dude.
Like a
Be
man
careful,
in
kids.
uniform.
Like a
Careful,
man.
kids,
Yeah.
because in some cultures that's called rape. And where I come from, it's called. Oh shit! What the hell is it called?
Opportunity.
Don't you dare say surprise sex.
It's
Oh,
called
Surprise
call it a
sex.
grapple cuddle.
There you go. All right, so I think we're on the same page. It's an opportunity that you have to take, and it doesn't matter if you're the guy or the girl in that relationship. And you got to know if you're interested. You gotta do something. You can't just sit there and wait for it to fall into your lap. It isn't gonna happen. Although I'm pretty sure that's how Bing meets most of his girls.
Oh, same
Needle,
page.
fall in my
Jesus
lap.
Christ, we're not on the
Well.
same page. We're in a completely different library.
Yeah, maybe. But all right, so Flash, what's the next duty that someone has? Like I think we've covered the asking out bit. Is that
Well, then you have the whole chivalry thing, which I want to take a minute to explain this. With everyone bitching about how dead chivalry is, yes, you're fucking right. It's dead. It died in the 15th century. You know why? Because it's a warrior's code. It has nothing to do with being.
so time out? That duel I challenged Bing to, I can get out of? That what you're telling me? I can get out of the duel I challenged Bing to?
I would assume so at this point.
Okay, Bing, I'm sorry. We will not be dueling with sabers at dawn. Continue.
Not sabers. I had something else in
But
mind.
yeah,
But okay, carry on.
essentially, that it has nothing to do with how you treat women. The only thing that pertains to women is there's a part in it which says you should treat widows and orphans with respect. That's pretty much it. It has nothing to do with holding doors open or the way you speak to them. The closest thing it has to that is that, and let me backtrack a little and clarify that this code is for horse warriors, like cavalry. It's for chevaliers. So the part that pertains to talking is actually where it tells you should know how to uphold yourself in a court of nobles.
Oh man, this is deep. This is
It,
deep.
it actually has nothing to do with how you treat women, which is why I get really pissed off when people are like, chivalry is dead, he wasn't a gentleman. Chivalry's been dead for a long time. If he was a chivalrous man, he would have challenged you to a duel for insulting his
If
honor.
if I may interject,
Go ahead, dude.
Ron, you're correct. Chivalry and being a gentleman are two totally different things.
They are, and that's why I
And-
get mad.
People use it in the wrong context. I mean, as far as chivalry is dead. Everybody associates chivalry with being a gentleman. Doing things and going out of your way to help somebody else out, and that's not. You're right.
That is, in that context, that is chivalry. Is going out of your way to help those less fortunate. and that was part of the knightly code. But it has nothing to do with holding the door open for a woman
No.
and giving her, you know, the say and everything, and doing all this extra stuff for her just because, you know, that's how you think you should treat her. That's different. It's a warrior's code, and if you're going to complain about chivalry, all the times that you have insulted this person's honor, he probably would have backhanded you, offered you a challenge, and stabbed you in the heart.
Okay, YouTube, so next week, if you're tuning in, TGR will now crash a medieval times, because chivalry is dead. as a group, we will go out and crash it like, you're done, son, get out of here, you fucking tin man, get the fuck out of here.
We got one right down here in Dallas. We're going to have to go visit.
Yeah, we'll have to. Go ahead, Flathron.
Chivalry is dead, but being a gentleman isn't. And that's where people need to realize that there's a distinction, is you need to realize chivalry has nothing to do with it. If you're a gentleman, you're a gentleman. If you're chivalrous, you have a code of honor to uphold, and you are some kind of warrior, which in this day and age would translate to being a military-like soldier. You know, you don't stab people in the back, you don't fight unarmed people, you don't kill civilians, you...
Oh, wait. Now, hold on. Now, there is demoralization, which is a heavy part of war, which no one likes to talk about, but let's just face it.
I'm saying that if you uphold to a chivalric coat of arms, you don't do any of that. That would highly offend you, and you would take no part in it. Whether that gets you demoted in the service or not, or kicked out, you would refuse to take part of it because it's dishonorable.
Okay, just a note, YouTube, I would totally take part in anything my CO told me to do, because I do not want to suffer a firing squad, but continue.
But you wouldn't suffer a firing squad, you know, but I'm just saying, like, if people want to talk about chivalry, they should understand what it means.
Right.
And it really only takes 5 minutes of research to know what this means. I mean, yeah, there is a whole book on it, but the overview is sufficient. And once you see that overview, you will know this has nothing to do with gentlemanly behavior.
Right.
Well, you know, I'm sure I read something a little while ago.
Yeah. He pretty much knows
Basically, they
already.
were saying what people call chivalry. You're saying Flusteron, you're talking about now saying it. I think it is. Now it's being said that chivalry is like a. They were saying it was basically sneaky sexism.
Oh.
Yeah. It's not the. They're saying it's not the outright wolf whistling at women as they walk past, or saying, you know, you belong in the kitchen. What the hell are you doing playing games here? You know, it's the holding a door open, pulling a chair out, and, you know, all this kind of thing. Helpless, but
well, hey, if they don't want if they don't want me to be nice, I could be downright mean to them.
What they're saying is
slam a door.
It's still a form of sexism. You're putting people down because you're suggesting that you can't manage without your help.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Well, I can definitely be a jackass.
But once again, holding the door open, all that is not part of chivalry. That's just part of people thinking they're being gentlemanly, which they may or may not be. But if you want to go back to the roots of chivalry, it's actually tied in with being a soldier of the church, a horsebound soldier of the church. And later versions of chivalry got revised and it pulled away from that. But originally it was being a soldier of the church. Nothing.
Okay.
It's kind of one of those things where it had its revision because they wanted to pull the military away from the church, and the church fell out of power.
I kind of feel like we kind of veered off just a little bit from dating responsibilities to chivalry.
Well,
but in a nutshell, there's a difference between chivalry and being a gentleman.
Right.
I think
that's
my clear.
Point is, you know, people want to say chivalry's dead. It has been, but you can still be a gentleman And if you're complaining that your boyfriend is not gentlemanly, maybe you should rethink your fucking relationship.
Or maybe you should see you haven't dated Harkin yet, or just be like, oh, I haven't dated Harkin yet. Gentlemanly.
Right now, let me warn you, YouTube. If Harkin approaches you for a date, if you're a girl, forget about it. Run.
Yeah, just run. Run. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to be honest. Just run. Just go.
Which will bring me to my third and final point of the whole dating spiel. Dating the bad boy. If you're dating that bad boy and you think it's a thrill, and he's treating you like utter shit, it's probably because A, it's a thrill, and B, you think you can fix him. And let me clarify right now, and this goes for males and females, you know, whether you're dating the bad girl, bad boy, or crisscross, I don't care. You can't fix them. They are the way they are because they know they can get away with it.
Yeah, this isn't 50 Shades of Grey. What do you think?
So, wait. Time out. I can't fix Bing?
You can't fix Bing.
fuck
He will always want to kiss you, then bend you over. And then
My God.
take your money while you're not watching.
And here I thought I was like doing a good thing. I was gonna save you, Bing.
Bing wants to do what now?
He wants to tie you to the bed and have his way with you.
God damn it! I can't save you, Bing.
God help me, I live the closest
But
to you
on,
out of
but on a
everybody here.
serious note, though,
Yeah.
women and men date these types because they, especially women, and not to be sexist, but it's in the way women are mentally set up, is they see these and they're like, oh, this person is broken. I can fix this person. I want to fix this person. You can't. Sometimes, majority of the time, you cannot. Sometimes you can, but don't hold on to that. Sometimes you can. You have to realize when someone is just beyond your help.
You know, when you said I want to fix this person, like the image of some dude being like, "Ah, it's time to get him fixed." Came to my mind. Like, holy fuck! I want to fix this person. You want to do what? You stay away from me, you crazy bitch! Jesus. Like, you can continue. I'm sorry. I hear you.
Like, and it's a big problem because, you know, they'll date the bad boys and then they'll get really hurt and damaged. And I'm just saying that if you're listening, you need to realize that that's not what you're looking for, because really most women are looking for a guy who will be kind to them, take care of them, you know, someone they want to be with, but they're trying to fix this other person and turn them into that. And I'm saying right now, you can't. If you're looking for that guy who's going to be kind, take care of you, and be there for you, go after that guy. Don't look for the bad boy to turn into that guy, because it's not going to happen.
Right.
So what are your guys' thoughts on this?
Well, I think it's just a played up type. I think everybody sees the bad boy or the bad girl as a form of adventure, something they're lacking in their life or something like that, and so they go for it for lack of any real thrill, you know. And like, there's no real danger in dating, or at least you think or hope or not, you know. You never know. You could end up like, what was that movie where that lady tied the author down to the bed and broke his Misery. You could end up like Misery. I mean, you know, don't fall into that, hopefully. But, you know, I just think that, you know, the whole bad boy thing, it's talked about a lot more than it actually occurs. Because I've never met anyone who's dated a quote-unquote bad... Because, well, of course, then again, you never really do, because they're not really in your friends group. I mean, you know, there's show-offs and there's braggarts. You never have, like, that loose cannon, like, oh, Lucky, he's online. And that dude, he's a fucking loose cannon. He's got bad written all over him. You know, you don't encounter those. They don't exist really in your friend group. So it's really kind of hard to kind of see how that relationship pans out outside of Hollywood and TV, which is where I think those relationships happen the most. So it's just... I don't know. I feel like it's more talked about than it actually happened. So, I mean, it's not one of those things that I find too common. In fact, Gung, have you ever known anybody to date somebody who was just, you know, that type?
You mean the bad boy?
Bad boy, bad girl. Did you ever date a bad girl?
Yeah.
Was she a coke fiend?
Unfortunately, yes.
When you met her, was she turning tricks?
No, she wasn't turning tricks.
Okay, go ahead, continue. I mean, like, I just wanted to make sure that that the story wasn't going to all new lows for this family. But go ahead.
Before your mother and I were married, you know that I was in a band, and I was a guitarist
That's right.
in a band, and I
Oh,
was
he was that
playing.
dude.
He
Well,
was.
yeah, to a sense, I was. Nothing really mattered at that point. I didn't really care. I didn't care about relationships. I didn't care about women because women were a dime a dozen. I mean, they were just in and out, no problem.
When you say dime, do you mean like the dope size dime,
bag,
like
yeah,
dime bag? All right, continue.
But yes, I've dated a couple of women that were hardcore mean bitches.
Straight up bitches, like you walked up to him. Hey, bitch, let's go meet up in the back.
That's pretty much it, dude. That's the way it was. And, it was just one of those things.
I'm having way too much fun with this.
Are you in charge here?
Well, I was playing venues there in Los Angeles area and Santa Barbara area, and we were playing. We were opening for a lot of famous bands, and so there was a lot of women. So I had my choice.
There really is nothing to take over in the village.
Shut up.
No ownership or hierarchy.
Hear ya.
You're welcome to do
okay. Did at any point did you attract a girl that was supposedly trying to save you?
I met your mother.
Yeah, she didn't save you. I think she just made you worse. I mean, like, that's just the truth.
Yes, I've met a couple of girls or women, quote unquote, I don't know what they're called, that have tried to save me from myself. And the problem is with that, when you're in a situation where you're doing lots of wrong things and making lots of wrong decisions in your life, the only person that can save you is yourself. People can try and show you what you need to do and coax you and teach you what is right and wrong, but ultimately the only thing that can change a person is themselves.
Okay, Gung, one of these days we're just gonna have to like just do a inside look on the life of Gung, and we'll cover all the fucking mistakes you made, including the 26-year-old one that's talking to you right now.
Yeah.
So all right.
That'd be a very dark discussion, by the way.
So I guess we're kind of on different mindsets on the whole bad boy, bad girl.
Well, if I may,
saving.
I'll let you know just what level of bad I was. I had a KZ1000, Kawasaki 1000 bike with cafe racing bars, cafe racing 4-in-1 Kirkers. And the top speed was 180 miles an hour. Okay, and I've clocked that out at 180 several times, riding with a friend of mine who had a K100 BMW.
Right.
And we used to work for a person that was, well, on the wrong side of the law. And we did a lot of things there. I have been in several police chases where I've outran the cops on my bike, and well, just a lot of mean, dirty things.
I was right about that with that Rohypnol comment, wasn't I?
Oh, wrong way here. Yeah, Gung, like I said, again, all shocking. And before we put this on YouTube, I think Mom's gonna get a copy of it.
Nope.
And we'll see what happens. I'm just playing, dude. I won't show her the channel. But anyway, so what other topics are under this? Did we cover all of them?
Well, just harking back to what Lucky said.
Okay.
About this society where you think a man that holds the door open for a woman sort of thing, is.
Oh, going back to chivalry.
Oh.
Okay.
So for the interests of YouTube, I work for a certain airline, and I was on a very, very early morning flight at the weekend, and I'd just done my pre-flight checks, I was walking back through the cabin, and there was a woman, I'd say about halfway out the toilet at the front, with a toddler in there, obviously fighting with him. He was making such fuss, and I saw that she was having a bit of trouble getting him out, and the door was kept closing on her and everything like that. So I obviously opened the door for her, and she started to come out, looked at me, and said, what did she say? It was something like, "You don't need to help me," and all this bullshit. Obviously, she was already in a bit of a bad mood with him. And I just said, "I'm just trying to do my job. Good grief, there's no need to snap at me like that." And I closed the cockpit door on her, and she went absolutely wild to a point where we actually had to get her off the bloody aeroplane. But I love the argument where you think it's sexist for a man to open a door for a woman or whatever. It's not about that. I've opened the door for you because you're a fucking human being.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're a woman.
Yeah, but
Well,
people would soon have their ass in their hands, bitching like a motherfucker. If you come to the same door and you sort of walk through it, let it go, let it shut, and smack them straight in the face. So there you go. Well, if I hold it, you're going to complain, so I may as well let it go and at least have a laugh out of it.
Well, I think the argument then at that point is, well, you're just as equally capable of getting the damn door yourself.
Well, you want to know the
Equal rights being what they are,
The funny thing about that is Harkin and I live here in Texas now, and I'd say it's 50-50 on the women opening the door for men also, and men opening doors for women. It's just convenient. Men opening doors for men, women open doors for women. I mean,
Right.
Well, that's the whole Texas mentality, though, man.
Just today, I went out to Chipotle for lunch with my brother, and I held the door open for not only women behind me, but for men behind me. And you know why? Not because I'm a gentleman, but because I'm a nice fucking guy, and I'm holding it open them for all of them because I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to not let the door hit them in the fucking face. And, I've already got the door in my hand, so why not just hold it open for, 3 or 4 people? It's not about being gentlemanly, it's not about being sexist, it's not about it being a woman there. It's about, hey, someone else is trying to come through, why don't I just hold the damn door?
Right.
Yeah, that's just a flat-out common courtesy all around.
Well, I mean, Texas, I can't think really can apply to any conversation about courtesy and social society because it's just ingrained. It's a cultural thing here.
Yeah,
everybody's opening the door. Everybody's trying to be courteous. And if you don't do that,
Southern hospitality thing.
It's ingrained.
Also, where the lady hit the guy with her car and then backed up and apologized.
Yes, apologized for hitting her drunk husband in the car.
Hit him with the car, then backed up, opened the door and said, "I'm very sorry, I gotta go."
Well, and that was just like this one dude. I forget what he done. He did something really hateful. He ended up saying something very racist. Something on the other hand, at a Rangers baseball game, and then the dude came out to his car, and the windshield was bashed in with a note saying, "Here's my insurance. I just took, I basically wrote down, I took the, dear whoever this concerns, I took my anger and aggression out on your windshield. Here's my insurance contact information, and here's a check. You write down the cost." That was fucking awesome. I was like, holy shit.
Let me spaz out on your car real quick, put a couple into it. Here's a check. Write yourself what you need to repair it. Wow.
Yeah, to repair it. I needed to vent because I think you're an asshole, but I own up to my shit. That's a Texas thing, but it's funny. But anyways, I hear you. It's the chivalry bit. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't in some situations.
I mean, while we're on the topic, do you think that is it necessary? Like, say if you take a girl out, right? And you guys want to go to the movies or have dinner and then go to the movies. Do you think it's fair to split the checks for both, or do you think
bitch is gonna pay for it? If she chose the restaurant, she's paying for it.
And then the next person pay for the movie tickets, or is it just all on one person?
I think like this is how I've always played it, and maybe this is why my relationships don't last longer than a few days. But but if she chooses the place and she's under this impression that you're going to be paying for it, bitch can think again. It's like, all right, you've chosen this fancy ass place where they don't even show you the price of anything on here because it's obviously more than, so you're going to pay for yourself, I'm going to pay for myself, and by the way, I ordered water and I'm eating the free bread. So that's what I'm going with. So enjoy your meal. But
I think it's fair to say that, we both make our own money, so we should both spend our own money. It's not the guy's obligation to take over the expenditures of the woman. It's not his. It's in modern days. It's not his responsibility because now he is not the breadwinner. Both people earn their own bread.
Right, and somebody can argue though that the man makes more bread than the woman.
Because there is a point. I mean, there is, and this may be old style thinking. There is a point to when you take a woman to dinner, you pay for it, and you go out on a date, you pay for it, because it's not because of chivalry, it's not because of being a gentleman, it's because of romancing.
It's basically it's because you asked her, and I understand that.
Not because you asked her, she could ask you, "You want to do dinner?" Yeah.
Because you're trying to impress, and you want to.
Yes, and that's it. Right, right there is the word I was looking for. You're trying to impress the woman.
In my eyes, you shouldn't be trying to impress her because at that point you're basically lying to her. You're telling her, "Hey, this is what you're going to get all the time," and she may not get it.
That's not it at all. Impressing a woman on a dinner date is not laying the grounds of this is what you're going to get all the time. Impressing a woman on a date when you're ordering, paying for food and stuff is impressing upon her that, listen, I care enough about you that I want to take care of you, and I want to be able to provide stuff for you and have a good time. I mean, that's what you're trying to impress upon them.
I mean, I understand that, Gung. I'm not arguing that that's what that's about, but you have to understand that today women don't think like that. Today women, and I hate to say women think like this because men think like this too, if the woman pays. But the way usually people think about it is, hey, if this person is paying, I can count on that to happen all the time. In older times, like 10, 20, 30 years ago, it wasn't like that where they would think that way. They would just be like, okay, he's paying, that's pretty cool. It's a nice gesture. Nowadays, it's like, oh, so this is my sugar daddy now. And so you have to be a lot more careful about paying for the dates nowadays.
Position at our heels and in the shadows. You'll get no further resistance from me. I can't vouch for every last.
What is the world coming together? Cats and dogs living together, pure chaos.
Yep.
That was a nice quote. I liked it.
All right, so is there any other responsibilities we got to talk about here, or we've wrapped it up?
I think I've pretty much wrapped up the things I want to talk about.
Okay.